In the heart of a small, dusty village, there lived a family known as the Garcias. They were a family bound by love but burdened by poverty. Each morning, the sun rose like a reluctant companion, illuminating their modest home made of weathered wood and tin. The house stood at the edge of a field, its once vibrant crops now wilting under the relentless sun. Miguel, the father, had been a farmer all his life. He worked tirelessly from dawn until dusk, his hands calloused and worn, the skin on his knuckles cracked from years of labor. His wife, Rosa, a gentle soul with a warm smile, tended to their 3 children, 11-year-old Elena, 7-year-old Tomas, and the baby, Lucia, who had only just begun to crawl. As the weeks passed, the drought clutched the village tighter, and the once hopeful field began to resemble a graveyard of dreams. The family relied on what little savings they had left, hoping for rain that never came. Each day, they would sit around the table for dinner, which consisted of a meager bowl of rice shared between them. Miguel often stared at his empty plate, trying to mask his worry, while Rosa would smile at the children, filling their hearts with stories of happier times. One afternoon, as Miguel worked the parched earth, he noticed Elena sitting on a rock, her face hidden in her hands. Concerned, he approached her, kneeling beside her. "What troubles you, my little flower?" he asked gently. Elena looked up, her eyes glistening. "Papa, I wish we could eat something more than rice. I want to taste the sweet fruits you once promised me." Miguel felt a weight in his chest. "I know, my love. I wish I could give you more. But remember, we have each other, and that is worth more than any feast." Determined to ease his daughter's heart, Miguel began to gather whatever scraps of food he could find. He searched the fields for wild fruits and vegetables that might have survived the drought. As the sun dipped below the horizon, he returned with a handful of greens and a few ripe tomatoes. The children's eyes sparkled with delight as they helped Rosa prepare a simple meal. That night, they gathered around the table, the scent of fresh tomatoes filling the air. Miguel watched as his children laughed and shared stories, the weight of their struggles momentarily forgotten. Rosa placed the food in front of them, and they held hands, offering thanks for the little they had. Days turned into weeks, and despite Miguel's efforts, the drought continued. One evening, as they sat in the dim light of their home, the air heavy with despair, there came a knock at the door. Startled, Miguel opened it to find their neighbor, a kind-hearted old man named Don Felipe, standing there with a basket in hand. "Come, Miguel," he said, his voice warm. "I have something for your family." With curiosity, Miguel followed him to his home, where he saw a bountiful harvest of fruits and vegetables. Don Felipe filled the basket, urging Miguel to take it home. "You must share with your children. No one should go hungry. Not in this village." Miguel returned home, the weight of the basket filled with food lightening his heart. As he entered, Elena and Tomas rushed to help him. They set the table, their faces aglow with anticipation. That night, as they feasted on the food, laughter echoed through the walls of their humble home. And for the first time in a long while, hope began to sprout among the Garcias. Though the drought raged on, they learned that even in the bleakest of times, love and kindness could bridge the gap between despair and hope. And as Miguel looked at his family, he understood that no amount of wealth could ever replace the warmth of shared laughter and the strength of community.